Hi everyone, my name is Stas, and today I'm going to tell you about the plot of the 2024 movie, titled Anora, in which a young stripper accidentally marries an immature Russian guy.
My horny girlfriend for the week. $10,000.
15. Cash up front.
The film begins by introducing us to Annie and her work days. This girl loves to dance and strip for money in an elite club. She is known for her ability to easily connect with any client. One evening, the manager named Jimmy asks the girl to spend time with a special client from Russia. Thus, Annie meets Ivan, a young guy who came to the US to study. A few minutes later, Annie and Ivan go to a private room. The guy was very impressed with the girl's skills, so he suggested they meet again, but this time at his place. When morning comes, Annie returns to her modest home, where she lives with her sister. After getting some sleep, the girl gets ready and arrives at the luxurious mansion of the Russian guy.
Not too shabby. Your home is beautiful.
My home is okay, girl.
There, for a certain fee, she gets to know him better. Soon she learns that Ivan, the son of a wealthy Russian businessman, Nikolai Zakharov. The girl tells her friend and colleague named Lulu about her luck. A few days later, Ivan invites the dancer to his New Year's party. Annie comes to Ivan with Lulu and they have a great time. After the party, the guy offers the dancer $15,000 to be his girlfriend exclusively for the next 7 days.
You know, I would have done it for 10.
Annie tells the manager Jimmy that she won't be around for a whole week, and then she dives into the luxurious world of entertainment with Ivan and his friends. In the end, the young and carefree group finds themselves in Las Vegas. Ivan tells Annie that he will soon have to return to Russia to help his father with his business affairs. The only way to stay in the US is to marry an American. Annie reminds Ivan that they are in Vegas, and that means they can get married right here and now. Without thinking about the consequences, Ivan proposes to the girl. That same night, the couple gets married in a local church. Soon after that, the dancer quits the club. Her rival, nicknamed Diamond, jealously announces that Annie will be back here in 2 weeks. Ivan gifts Annie an expensive engagement ring and a luxurious fur coat. They spent all the following days in great spirits. Meanwhile, Ivan's mother finds out about the wedding from the newspapers. She asks the priest Toros, who is Ivan's godfather, to find out what's going on. The man tried to call the guy, but he couldn't get through. Annie sees the persistent calls and notices that Ivan is just ignoring them. After that, she asks if he has told his parents that he is already married. Ivan replies that he has already told them everything. Toros asks a member of the Zakharov family, named Garnik, to drive to the house where Ivan lives. Garnik takes his assistant Igor and heads to the location. When they reach the front door, they try to enter, but Ivan refused to let them in. Then Garnik enters using his key, after which a scandal breaks out. Annie realizes that her young husband hasn't told his parents anything. Ivan tried with all his might to drive out the uninvited guests, but he couldn't succeed. In the end, Garnik shows Ivan the marriage certificate. A man is taking a photo of him for Toros. The priest storms off right from the child's baptism and has an unpleasant conversation with Ivan's mother, whose name is Garnik Stepanovna. Toros rushes to Ivan and asks Garnik to turn on the speakerphone. He harshly scolds the guy for marrying a prostitute. This act will seriously damage the family's reputation, so this marriage must be annulled as soon as possible. After that, the priest informs that Ivan's parents are already flying to California. As soon as the guy heard this, he immediately asked Annie to pack her things and leave with him. The girl agrees and goes upstairs. At that moment, Ivan runs away from home in an unknown direction. The girl goes into a hysterical fit and attacks Igor, who was supposed to keep her in the house.
Okay.
Stay the fuck back!
No, but... No, put it, it's bad way, just see.
Annie started behaving so aggressively that the man had to tie her up. Despite this, the girl continues to cause problems for the men around her. Toros arrives at the house, shocked by the men's bruises. Then he takes Annie's phone and starts calling Ivan from it. Unfortunately, he stopped getting in touch. Toros notes the character of her husband, who left her in a tough time. Despite this, Annie still tries to stand up for Ivan. In response, Toros points out that Ivan has nothing. They are currently in his father's house. The man accuses Annie of tricking Ivan into marrying her. When the girl tries to argue and shows her engagement ring, Toros takes it away, saying that it belongs to the Zakharov family. The girl starts screaming. The man decides to cover her mouth with a red scarf. Then Toros tells Annie that Ivan married her only for the green card. After that, he offers her $10,000 to voluntarily dissolve the marriage. The girl agrees, but on the condition that she talks to Ivan first. They all gather together and start looking for Ivan. At the same time, Annie is constantly arguing with Igor.
Wait, why is he getting back here? I'm not sitting next to this fucking psychopath.
The first thing the search party does is stop by the pastry shop where Ivan's friends, Crystal and Tom, work. When they refuse to cooperate, Toros orders the gang to smash up the place.
I told you it's a fucking bad idea.
After that, Crystal tried to call her friend and suggested looking for him at a nearby restaurant. The group heads there, but he wasn't seen there either. Toros shows a photo of Ivan to people in the restaurant, but no one recognizes him. When everyone goes outside, Igor notices that Annie is cold. He offers her to warm up with that very red scarf. Annie initially refuses, but a little later, she accepts the warm item. When they reach the parking lot, they see that they are trying to tow Toros's car. The man is ripping off the bumper but isn't giving up his car. A little later, they find out that Ivan tried to get into several nightclubs, but he was not allowed in. At the same time, Lulu called Annie and told her that her husband had come to the club. And right now, he's in a private room with Diamond. The group immediately heads there. Having found Ivan and freed him from the embrace of another girl, Annie tries to talk to him and understand his actions. However, the guy turns out to be too drunk to have a coherent conversation. The priest is trying to take Ivan outside. At that moment, Diamond mocks Annie's marriage, which fell apart so quickly. A women's fight breaks out here and everyone wants to see it. Igor manages to drag Annie outside. In the car, the girl argues with Toros, saying that Ivan deserves the chance to speak when he sobers up. However, he refuses and insists that everyone should stick to the plan. The group heads to the city hall. There, they have to spend the night in the car and wait for morning. Annie tries to talk to Ivan, but he's still drunk. Michael appears, the personal lawyer of the Zakharovs. He leads everyone into the courtroom where the proceedings begin. The girl claims that her husband drunk and he is not in a position to make any legal decisions. After that, Annie adds that their marriage was officially registered in Las Vegas. Michael, hearing about Vegas, says that their marriage can only be dissolved in Vegas. The judge confirms this fact and closes the case. Everyone is heading to the airport where Ivan's parents are arriving. When Annie sees Galina and Nikolai, she tells them that she's happy to be a part of their family. The woman harshly replies that she will never be a part of their family.
Ivan is not your husband. And you are not part of this family.
Into your Russian is embarrassing.
When Galina learns that Ivan's divorce can only be finalized in Nevada, she orders everyone to get on her private jet. Annie asks Ivan once again not to do what his parents are asking. Ivan harshly replies to her that they have no choice.
So we're getting a divorce.
Of course! Are you stupid?
Galina asks the upset Annie to get on the plane as well. Annie tried to threaten her with a lawyer in court, but this woman has much more power and connections. After a few words, the girl gives in and gets on the plane. During the flight, Annie watches as Ivan's parents demand that he start working for his father. The guy starts yelling. He says there's nothing wrong with having spent a week with an escort. When Annie hears these words, she calls Ivan a spineless nobody, which his mother agrees with. After that, Igor offers the girl a drink. Upon arriving in Vegas, Annie tries to stay calm. When Galina asks the spouses to sign a legal document, the girl looks at Ivan's reaction. Realizing that it's a couple, she won't change her mind. Annie confidently signs the papers and ends their marriage. Suddenly, Igor suggests that the guy apologize to his ex-wife. Galina forbids Ivan to say anything and sends Annie away. Before leaving, the girl states that Ivan married her just to go against his parents. Galina's expression changes and Nikolai starts laughing hard.
Yeah. Now your family's fucking trash.
Is this my scarf?
In the end, Annie takes off the things Ivan gave her and leaves them in the lawyer's office. Soon, Toros approaches Annie. He apologizes to her and allows her to stay until morning at the Zakharov's house under supervision. Igor. At night, a man tries to get a girl to talk, but she only insults him. In the end, he manages to find out that Annie's real name is Anora. In the morning, the young people leave the Zakharov's house and Igor takes the girl to the bank for Toros's money. After that, the man returns Annie's wedding ring and asks her not to tell anyone about it.
Don't tell Toros.
When they were standing by Anora's house, the girl started insulting Igor again. Suddenly, she climbs on top of him and provokes making love right in the living room. Soon the girl becomes hysterical and hits Igor. The man calmly hugs the crying Annie and gives her sincere care without money. And without any pomp, that's how the movie ends. We have a very simple yet heartfelt film in front of us, which once again proves that genuine feelings can't be bought. I want to highlight the stunning dances of Mikey Madison and the magnificent acting of Yura Borisov. At the time of this recap, the film has a rating of points on IMDB. How would you rate this film? Be sure to let us know in the comments. That brings us to the end of our video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you found it interesting, then definitely support this video with a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new episodes. Well, this was Stas, who is already preparing a new brief recap for you. Stay healthy, watch only good movies, and play only good games. Good luck to everyone, and goodbye.